Tribe Called Jess, and the tribe, of course, is all here. I have Frank the Tank, Frank Diaz.
Yo.
I have Julio Diaz.
Hello, everybody.
Our baby boy, Scott, and of course, my lifer, Jeff. I just love him.
Hello.
How's everybody doing tonight?
Good.
Good. We were in here. Yep. We're running a little late. Sorry, guys. We had all the podcasts in here tonight. Stand Up and Shout. Welcome to... Is it Stand Up and Shout?
Yeah.
Okay.
Stand Up and Shout Rock Show.
Welcome to Manassas. And Notebook Wagering. Bang your bookie is their tagline. And we all sat together with Kevin and my old co-host, Kevin.
Yeah.
And it was awesome. Got all the shows together, talked about what we do, and we interact here and there, but it was cool to be all together.
It was pretty cool.
Because we're all kind of like-minded, and they're all really great shows, guys. I mean... Literally, they're all unique, and I've listened to them all because I believe in learning from others. I listen to a ton of podcasts, and they're just really fun shows. I mean, I wouldn't say it if I didn't mean it. So get on the Wylde Style Network. You can obviously go to the website. Love for you to go to the YouTube and subscribe to the Wylde Style Network. A lot of these guys are local to Manassas and the DMV. It helps us when you subscribe and takes 2 seconds. So we can bring you more content, more podcasters. And so, yeah, it's a good thing. Did you have fun meeting everybody?
I did. Their energy was amazing. They were pretty cool.
And Julio, did you listen outside?
Oh, yeah, it was like the Brady Bunch in here.
It's a hot mess. Yeah. I think people that are willing to put themselves out there and... do something like this all have to be a little bit crazy in a good way.
Yeah.
Not boil the bunny. So it's been a crazy week. We'll get into that in a minute. But this weekend, we have TCB fights, Muay Thai, Muay Thai boxing. So I'm super stoked about that. I know you have a table, Frankie. And out there, those listening, if you do not have tickets, it's TCBtickets.com. I posted and somebody got very upset with me because not Jeff. I'm not talking about you, Jeff. that they should.
You need to be smoked.
Yeah, that I need to be smoked because I didn't. It was hard for him to get tickets. So my bad. I apologize. Sometimes I'm doing it on the go, and that was my fault. So. Okay, well, I'm not smoked. I'm still here. But come out to the Salisbury Center this Saturday. If you need a table, you can hit me up at VIP Jess at Get Wylde.
You're fired.
WYLDE.
You're fired.
.com. Oh, God. Don't do Okay. And our friend Millie is coming up from Florida to watch her son Randall Harris fight, so that'll be cool. I'm great to see him and all the fighters. They train really hard. So anything to add to that, Jeff, since you put this production on for everybody to enjoy?
No, it's going to be a great night of fights. We've got 14 fights, title fight, a couple title fights, juniors exhibition fights. So we got
awesome.
some like young kids that are like really, really good.
And don't you love? I love the.
And of course the adults are good too. But I'm just saying that like
young kids have a
these
different.
are kids that started like when they were 6, 7 years old, maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, my own son playing
teenagers.
baseball. Yeah, and young kids have a different passion, right? It doesn't matter what it is, whether it's this or work, like career, music. Young kids have a passion. What is that?
Some fighting, practicing.
Chef. Like, you just scared me to death.
I was like, who's Urshi?
I'm already falling apart over here. My eyes are swollen. Finally figured that out at the doctor. Literally, I got prescribed like 10 different medicines today. I'm like, my pharmacist can be like, what's wrong with you? Are you on death's door? Which I thought I was, but we'll table that. So that's going on this weekend. Yep. We had a great 4th of July. Happy 4th, everybody. We didn't come in last week. Happy birthday, America. Because it was just such the holiday. I hate when it falls on a Wednesday. Next year's a leap year. So that means a Tuesday, right? That means that the holiday will fall on a Thursday, and anybody that's a cool company will give their employees off on Friday. And the rest of you are not cool.
Because
I looked it up right away. I figured
well, it is your favorite.
24 is my birthday number, and it's 2024. It had to be a leap year, and it worked in my favor.
Nice.
It'll probably mess up every other holiday, but I don't care. 4th of July is my favorite.
It is, yeah.
And what a week it was. Like, I went to a party. It started out to a party Saturday at Shank in DC. Moved on from there, went to the new Warehouse Culture on Monday night, so that was super cool. Mind Against was playing, which is a DJ from Berlin. So that was awesome. That's owned by New Androids, and just kicked it there. Went right into boating the next day, and a great tie-up right in front of the Lincoln, and I just danced. I'm dead serious. Like, music and fireworks. Yes, I don't get my hair wet. I only jump in on Sunday before I go home. The day I go home, my hair's too curly. And dance from 2 p.m. Until watched the fireworks, and then danced again and had a great time. Put myself to bed. No hangover, no nothing.
Yeah, you guys were anchored in front of the Lincoln.
Yeah, you guys walked down. My cousin walked down the stairs of the Lincoln. You guys waved hi to me.
We walked over to the fireworks, and then
you had a great spot.
We saw you guys over there, and I saw you in your red bikini dancing over there. I was like, oh, I recognize those moves. That's Jessica over there.
I recognize those. Oh my God, it was great techno. Like
Did you say moves or?
Yeah,
I did
Recognize those boobs.
both.
Gotcha.
My poor boobs. No, but great techno. One boat was playing great techno music. Like, some girls go and they want to shake their booty. I'm past that stage in my life. I don't know if I was ever there. I'm not a good twerker. I'm just going to listen to music and have fun, and just had a great time with my friends, like my boating friends. So that was super cool and very gracious of them to have me on the boat and stay out there. I love waking up in the morning, going have my morning coffee. So my couple friend had me on, and they're so sweet. And then, you know how I've been feeling like I've been too caged in, you know.
Threesome?
Really, Jeff? No.
Trying to get you started.
No.
You said it was a good weekend. You're with your couple friend.
Yeah, on their boat. They were gracious enough to let me be a guest on their boat. I didn't go out there and get hoe ratchet.
It was an orgy boat.
Ew.
She has to say thank you somehow, right?
I'm not saying people don't do that, but not this girl. I'm not that exciting, guys. I just go out and film for the gram. Hey, last year I posted a lot of twerking for you guys from the other boats, so come on now. I get a little cool points. But Saturday, I'm like sitting there and I'm like, I gotta go out. Like, I gotta be me. I gotta be old Jess. I had a little health scare, so I was in my head. You knew that. Mm-hmm. And I was like, you know what? I need to be Jessica. So I'm like, we're going downtown right now. I call Frankie. I'm like, meet me at this parking lot in Arlington, and let's go. And him and Julio went, and we had the best time at Flash Sundown.
Great DJs.
Dance, my
Excellent. We had High Class Nasty, which is Misha, and Late London Rez, our friend Rez. They're just such awesome guys. I watch them through their stories, all the time, producing. And I would love to have them on. They want to come on because I think people are like, DJing's just push play. I'm like, well, okay, yeah, at a wedding maybe. But like, Fueled by Monster, by the way, that I just spilled. A lot goes into the efforts of these DJs, from the ultra famous all the way down to your local DJs. Support your local DJs. They work really, really hard, and they're so good. And then who was on after him? Oh, he was so good. Keenan Sounds. And I forget.
Oh, they were the ones that closed, right?
Yeah, and just what a phenomenal set. And it was all local. What did you think?
Oh, I mean, I was dancing for like 3 hours, nonstop. Wow.
Did you have fun?
Oh, it was great.
You were like his bartender, like going to get him club soda. Yeah, so that party is at Flash. Put on my new Android. We're going back there for Cocoa Breezy, right? Yeah. And we got to have a table for that. We're going to go to Carl Cox and 3 Points Miami Music Festival. Ooh. I can't believe we got the group to all agree and got them all on page for Miami finally. So we're going to go to 3 Points. That's in October. So a lot to look forward to. So that was cool.
Hey, what was that girl DJ that we saw?
Aventica.
She was really good.
Oh, my God. So then we went over to 12 after 12.
12, yeah.
And, oh, God, I got to get Jeff or Scott to put her on something, and I should put her on my Tribe Called Jess page. Jeff, this girl, first of all, she was so pretty.
Yeah.
Sick body, but she could DJ. I mean, I'm like, who is that? Because Coco Drill's a DJ from Miami was up.
She opened for them, yeah.
She opened for them, and her parents were there. Like, she's trying to get. I'd never heard her, so maybe she's out there more. Oh my God, mind blown. So
super talented, great music.
Look her up, Scott.
I have a Avantika. I think it's Avantika. I might be wrong. I took a screenshot of the flyer. Is that her?
She like Indian?
Yeah.
Yep.
She's like half Indian, half white, I think.
But
I don't know if that's her. I would have Scott put DJ. DC DJ. Anyway, moving on. If Scott can find it, we'll throw her up there. Anywhere she's at and you see her, go see her. Like that she was great.
she definitely does know what she's doing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I was blown.
Point.
I'm very rarely like taken off guard like
I think she played
that.
for what, like 2 hours at least?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I remember walking in, I was like, oh, nice DJ, cool. But then, like, little by little, I started hearing the mix. I'm like, oh, okay, this is going on.
Oh, it was badass.
No, it was
she
sick.
even
It was
threw
really
up.
good.
She even threw in and how she transitioned it in a song, and I put it in my stories. Put your hands up for Detroit.
Oh, yeah.
Fetty.
I love this
So, that was just cool. I don't want to go on and on because not everybody knows who they are. So, let's see. What else was going on? I want to make sure I hit my marking points. I think we did. Lauren was supposed to be here tonight, and her company, she had to work late, so extra late. She's going to come in August. Real excited. She does the VIP management here. She also is a part of the international bikini team. So you will see me posting.
No, she's not.
What?
No, she doesn't work with them. That's Michelle.
She works she does stuff for them. The swimsuits.
She does?
She put that in her bio.
Oh, okay.
I had her send me a bio.
Gotcha.
I did.
She's done some stuff with them, yeah, but she's mostly doing stuff on her own.
Oh yeah, she told me
Yeah.
she has her YouTube channel, and I'll when she comes in, I'll let her speak to it. But I had her send me a bio. What a great girl! Just I like nice women.
Yeah.
And she's pretty. And the first time I met her, like sometimes you know how it goes. And just immediately, like, nice. Jeff, her, and I are on Zoom calls all the time. Just a great professional, super fun, super fit, and just a kind girl. So I'm really excited to have her on.
Nice.
Really excited. All right. So what did you do on the fourth? What dish do you have? Let's get into this dirt.
Well, the fourth was fun, yeah, and then we recovered. But I wanted to get into...
Well, you said the World Cup was on.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
July 20th, the Women's World Cup starts.
Yeah.
So, in DC, they decided to do the bars 24 hours.
Oh, really?
Yeah, 24/7 for the Women's World Cup.
Wait, this, like, soon?
Yeah, that's
Yes,
like on
like
July
next
20th,
Thursday.
like in 10 days.
Like I can go
8
out all
days.
night?
Yeah.
I need a babysitter for her. She any volunteers?
Well, it's in Australia, so it's like what's Australia? 12 hours?
Oh, I see,
18 hours?
I see. Yeah,
It's a huge hour difference.
They're far ahead of us. They're further ahead of us than Asia. I feel like.
Yeah, it's all the way.
They're more than Cambodia.
And that's why we're wearing our USA jersey.
Yeah, so that's here. How big is that, guys? I don't do the women's, and it's sad. I should because women need more sport.
I mean, it's growing a lot.
Yeah.
Like, more teams are participating now. Obviously, it's not as big as the men's World Cup because men's been around like 100 years.
It should be big as men's World Cup,
But it's
that's a discussion for another
I think the Women's
day.
World Cup started in the 90s. It's fairly new.
I think late 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
90s.
Jeff, you watch the Women's World Cup because you were soccers.
I do a little bit.
Yeah.
It's much closer to the men's soccer team than, say, the WNBA is, as the WNBA is to the NBA.
Why do you say that? I think it's a good discussion to have.
Yeah, because there's a much larger disparity between NBA salaries and
So
the
less
WNBA
disparity.
salaries.
You're saying less disparity.
Yeah, but also the men's team isn't as highly paid as the NBA. So
Right.
it's a smaller scale. For one thing, and then also it's not as popular, and the men's team doesn't win as much as the women's team.
Yeah. Are you talking about soccer?
Yeah, for
Oh,
soccer.
absolutely.
Uh-huh.
Remember Mia Hamm and all that?
Yeah,
that
so
era,
the
Brandy
women's team have won
was
a
it-
lot, so
Yeah.
they're more popular, and the men's don't win as much, and it's a less popular sport, so it sort of brings them closer together. Whereas the NBA,
There's
we
so
have
much
all the best.
disparity.
the best basketball players in the world are all here.
Yeah.
Whereas all the best soccer players are not here.
Gotcha.
Correct.
Gotcha.
As far as men go. And
Gotcha.
then, you know, for the NBA and soccer, the women are really the best in both of them, but it's just NBA is so huge in the U.S.
Yeah. I mean, you know, I'm a sports girl. I mean, I wanted to be a sports agent until I found out I had to be a lawyer. and yeah, that didn't sound so fun. But you know, I wish that we could close that gap. And I realize advertisements and all that come into why they don't and how much they can get and everything. But, you know, to watch, I'm glad females are progressing and seeing that is good.
Yeah.
But they work just as hard. And so it's frustrating, I think, sometimes that, you know, the men do get more. But I do understand both sides, like
But
the
problem
economic.
is it's not that it's sexist.
It's not. I'm not saying it's sexist.
It's
dollars.
It's what the money generates.
it's about dollars. Yeah.
That's what I said. I understand the
Yeah.
difference between. I look at I can work with both sides of my brain on that one. The feeling side that says they work so hard,
Yeah.
and then the other side that understands business.
But I mean, look at it too.
Yeah,
The men's soccer players work just as hard as the men basketball players, but
Yeah.
they get a lot more money.
Yeah.
You know, just because they bring in more money.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just simple
baseball and
economics.
baseball and basketball, and the only place you're guaranteed your money.
Yeah.
That's why I told Nico, play baseball or basketball.
Yeah, it's
he
guaranteed.
definitely was too short to play the basketball.
Yeah.
I said, because if they give you $100 million, you're getting $100 million. Doesn't matter if you get injured. Football, you're out. That's correct. I'm almost 100%. Unless it changed recent. So,
Yeah, those salaries are guaranteed.
well, I'll go
Good
out.
to know.
I'll go out to a 24-hour sports thing.
Hey,
That
we're
sounds-
defending champions. We won the World Cup
Yeah.
back to back. This
Oh,
is our
really?
third. We're going for the third
We're
one.
going for a third
Let's
one.
go
Yeah.
out. Let's all go out.
It's fun. I'm telling you. Like Julio and I, we
No,
hit
I've
bars
gone out for them.
for the women's. It's fun. They
who
get a
is
lot of
it?
support.
Okay.
A lot of support.
DJ Rise does a lot of the soccer in the World Cup, so he'll probably have something to do with this one as well. I'm almost 100%. I saw something. I could be wrong, but he's done them in the past.
Nice.
So that's cool. And let's see. You sent me something weird, and I don't understand this. So maybe you men can clarify for me. But you sent me something about men being friend zoned versus brother zoned, and I'm like, what does that even mean? Isn't it the same thing? All right, what is it?
Well, it was a funny reel that I saw.
Yeah, but I didn't understand
Well,
it.
the guy was with this girl, right? And it said, you know, what can be worse than the friend zone, right? And then the guy goes, "Oh, you guys are so cute. You should be together." And then the girl goes, "No, I love him like a brother."
Oh,
You know?
well, that's friend. Okay, guys, that's friend zoning.
Well, it's
No,
like
no, it's
beyond.
worse. It's. I think it's more of a longer, like how much longer you've known the person. Because you know someone you've grown up with.
Yeah.
You know you've always been close friends.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, he's like my brother.
The only guys I keep close to me are like brothers to me. I mean,
There you
I
go.
trust them implicitly, and it like they are
Well,
like
they say
Frankie.
you can, they say you can get out of the friend zone, but you can't get out of the brother zone.
Unless you're in Alabama.
That was pretty funny.
Then you want to be in the then you want to be in the brother zone.
Oh my god, that was a good one, Julio. I don't know. I just like. I think. Look. I don't think. I think friend zoned is she friend zoned me. I mean, you're just saying I'm not interested in you.
Yeah.
Why? I don't know why. I get it. I get where it comes from. But like, guys are always like crying like babies. Like, oh, I got friend zoned. No, she just didn't like you. Well, I could say I get friend zoned too by guys. Like, I don't
I
say
don't know
that.
why
I'm
people
like,
take it so personal.
yeah, I don't understand
Yeah.
where it got to this thing of she friend zoned me. Like women are insulting them, and I'm like, okay, would you rather me lie to you, like, and say I don't like you? I'd rather just say, oh, you're such a great friend. It's also an easy way out for a woman instead of just being a total, feeling like she's being a total
Yeah.
bitch,
Just ghosting.
to just say, oh, you're such a great friend. I mean, it's a comfortable statement.
I mean, I think it's only offensive, I guess, if the guy, since the beginning, wanted to be more than just friends. That was the only way I could see it could be frustrating.
I was going to say it's not that frustrating. Like Jess and I are very good friends,
Yeah.
and neither one of us we've gone to crazy things, but we've never had that. I mean, she's usually also dated a lot of my friends.
Yeah.
Like several, you know,
not a lot,
but
not
you know
a
what
lot.
I mean.
That's,
Like
I was married
Milton,
to.
yeah,
Oh, I forgot about that.
yeah. I mean, there's been, you know, so that starts. That
That was-
starts our
I was
relationship
20
off
I
as
was
like
21.
as an off limits, anyways. You know,
Yeah,
because, because of bro code.
Bro code.
Right.
But
And
Jeff,
then
I mean,
as we've developed
yeah.
over the years, and she was dating friends and stuff. She was a friend, and it just remained that. There's never,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean,
But I mean, I've been friend zoned for, you know, by people that I like too. But
Yeah.
I'm not saying that it's not impossible. But what I'm saying, it's also possible
to be friends.
To be friends.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah, I
and
don't-
not friend zone because there's
Yeah.
never anything from the beginning. You know.
Correct.
Correct. Like, I don't.
But
Like,
they make it sound like such a negative term. Like when
now, what
compare
I
this
don't
stuff.
agree with is girls that they have guy friends that are totally, I know they're friend zoned.
Yeah.
They don't really know they're friend zoned because they let them buy them stuff and do this and you know, and I'm like, dude, that's not cool. Like you're letting him do boyfriend things.
Yeah.
And he's a friend, and I guess that's where my integrity plays a part, and I've always kind of been like that because when guys that I know are into me buy me stuff and I'm not reciprocating that makes me uncomfortable.
You know, you're just using the person,
I won't
right?
even ask.
Misleading.
I remember this guy liked me at Hooters. This is dead set, and he brought me in a Christmas time. A lot of the girls got gifts, and that's fine. Like they bring him in Christmas Day because I always work Christmas Day because I made so much money.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
And they would bring gifts, and hey, that's fine. It's for Christmas,
Yeah.
right? But he brought me in a straight up for real diamond tennis bracelet, and I was just like, I can't take this. Like girls are like, take it, and I'm like, I can't. That's not
It's a little
okay.
too much.
Morals.
Yeah.
Yeah, more. I've always, and I was in my early 20s. My parents raised me, you know, be proper. So
Yeah. The one caveat to that, though, is I think that guys can sort of flip it around, though, because even though Jess and I are in the friend zone, if we happen to be at one of those parties and having fun and something happened, I wouldn't be like, no, Jess.
well, they always say
You
your
know.
guy friends would bang you. I don't believe that for all
Yeah,
my
pretty
guy
much
friends.
guys will.
But I don't want to
if
know.
the opportunity's there, they'll
Yeah.
do it
I don't
like
wanna know.
99% of the time.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's also got to be a situation, too, because it wouldn't be like if we were
Yeah.
hanging out, I'd put the moves on you. But, like, you know, the
I've seen it
parties
happen.
that you discuss, you know.
Oh yeah. What we never have done. Just
Yeah.
for
I
the
mean,
record.
The parties that we've been to that things happen.
I've watched things happen. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
No.
Yeah, we weren't participating in it, but there was, you know, things going on.
I needed-
and if something happened where everybody got in it, and the next morning you're like, whoa, what happened?
Like what happened? A big orgy happened.
I
I mean,
think
that's happened before because it's like, wait, I never expected
Not
that
me.
to happen. Me neither.
not me.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh God, the
Yeah,
things
when you get into those situations and there's lots of booze and other things flowing,
yeah.
and it's 4 or 5 a.m. and everybody's like blind,
Just go to an
blind drunk. It's sort of
I
like,
feel like that's
wow,
any.
what happened?
I feel like that's any
As
after
long as it
party.
wasn't my guy friend, then I'm like, all right.
Why
I
can't
feel like
walk?
that's where any after party. The
Yeah.
things I think way back then when what Jeff's referring to, I was so naive. I think I was just in awe a lot of times. I'm like, what
Yeah,
is
she was
happening?
sitting over in the corner watching.
Yes, like
Yeah.
literally, I'm like, what is going on? What is this shit? Like I was talking to you about the latex, or we were talking about the latex party. Remember, I walked in and the girls, and I'm just like, why are they naked?
That was one of the tamer parties that we've been to. Yeah.
But I genuinely, and Jeff, I know you can attest to this, didn't know. So for me, I'm like, holy shit. But I mean,
Jessica was like, "What is that smell?"
but it doesn't like I didn't. I have always been the type where I am pretty no judgment zone. The only time
Yeah.
I'm judging people is
No.
if I tell you to get the F off me, I mean it. And I
Yeah.
mean, he's seen me. Like, I'm like, do not touch me. Like, you know, if somebody's being naughty to me and I'm just like, no, because I'm kind of a loner. I'm with my friends when we go out, kind of a loner. I've always been that way. I don't go home with guys from bars. That's never been my thing. I've also had a lot of long-term relationships. So, but yeah, I mean, those times are so fun to look back on because I think most people don't experience that. And so I heard a thing today, a guy, so this was the first time ever I've heard a TikTok reversed about body count. So I had this TikTok saved, and this goes into it, right, about these same guys. And now that Andrew Tate is in trouble, right? I'm not giving my opinion on Andrew Tate, but
I don't even know who that is.
He's the guy that kind of is like, if a woman isn't a virgin, you know, she's basically not a high value woman.
Oh, wow.
Like body count.
There's a reason I have heard of him, I guess.
No, I mean,
sounds like a piece.
He's huge. Like, no, he's huge, but right now he's in trouble. Anyway, so these young guys in their 20s are sitting there preaching about how women are sluts because they've slept with 2 people and if, you know, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
So I saw so now that he's in trouble for sex trafficking, and this is the second time, and it's actually proceeding, everybody thought he'd get out of it, and hey, you're innocent until proven guilty. Maybe not in that country. They were on the same dudes on TikTok this week. I was like, shut up, where they go, I've reversed my opinion. Like, look, as you get older and older, women's body count will go up, and that doesn't make her a bad person. I'm not in layman's terms, but not saying it exactly. But they said, they were like, I would much rather have a woman that's done more so that by the time she's with me, and they're not saying hoe it out, guys, but done more. And then she's never like wondering like, hey, I could have done this, I could have done that. And I'm kind of like, it's true. She's never going to, like, she's done stuff. A virgin's going to be like, I've only had you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but then there's the other reverse to that. Just someone, if both of you are virgins and you don't know what you're doing.
No, you're taking this off point. What I'm saying is these guys were saying if you fucked more than, excuse my language, like 1 person, 2 people, like if you had a certain body count, you know.
No, but it wasn't, the video wasn't 1 or 2. They were talking about like 100.
No, this is not that video.
Oh, okay, it's a different one.
These guys months ago were saying this,
Uh-huh.
like criticizing women. It was awful what they were saying when I did the body count show and Kev was here, to totally reversing and saying, hey, I would have rather her experience. I got this wrong. They're not sluts. They're not this. It was very interesting to watch this reversal because, actually, I'd rather her experience. So by the time we are together, I've experienced, she's experienced. We really know we're into each other. I'd have to show it for context, but it was interesting to watch and to say, to my point, like, all that stuff in my 20s I saw and was like, da-da-da. It's not something I need to do again.
Yeah.
But I am glad I saw it and, you know, was witness to it and was like, holy shit. And it was awesome. And, you know, so I think that's the point I was making with Jeff. Like, yeah. So that was kind of interesting. So hold on. And then you came to me, Frankie, and you were talking about 2 waitresses, and we never got to really talk about this. Do you know about this?
I didn't realize we were doing Always Sunny in Philly, but yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, okay, so we always go to the same restaurant every Sunday for brunch. Mm-hmm. And, you know, the waitresses there are cute. They're always very attentive, always smiling.
Yeah.
And there's one that, you know, Frankie was interested in, you know, asking out. And so he went with a plan. He was ready to go. And next thing I know, he sits down and he's like, I'm not sure anymore. I was like, you're not sure you're like girls or like what? I was like, I'm not sure which waitress to choose. I'm like, what? When did we throw another one into the mix? And so, you know, there's what is the first one? She's Brazilian, right?
Yeah, she's Brazilian.
Oh yeah, Brazilian.
The first one's Brazilian.
Yeah, she's cute, you know, really pretty. And then the other one is a redhead.
Yeah, redhead. Like green eyes
like
or blue eyes.
Green eyes.
Yeah.
And so I think she was doing her job.
Very curvy, too.
And he was like, oh, she smiled at me.
No, I wasn't like that. Come on. Give me some more credit. So for like 4 weeks in a row, you know, we went to eat.
I have so much to say about this. I can't wait.
And I was feeling this vibe. I was like,
what vibe did you feel?
No, I mean, obviously, also for me, you know, going to the gym, I'm feeling better. I'm feeling more confident, right?
Yeah, but what did you like about the Brazilian girl?
I mean, she's cute.
What else?
She has a nice body.
Did you talk to her?
Yeah, of course. She was our server.
She brings our food out faster.
Yeah. No, but then we just got to talking. You know, she told me she had kids. You know, she sees me with my family. Just sweet. I mean, obviously she was doing her job, but just her vibe, her energy was pretty friendly. Mm-hmm. You know, so I kind of was like, oh, I'm like, you know, and she's giving me a look like, you know.
You know what I'm going to say.
Oh, I'm waiting for it.
Yeah.
You know, but I'm saying she's also giving me a little vibe, like thinking I'm a, you know, good-looking guy, you know. So I'm thinking like, okay, maybe I'll be brave enough and be like, hey, you want to go out on a date or whatever. But then when I was ready to do it, I told Julio, I said, Julio, make sure we sit in her section, you know. And Julio goes in there and he doesn't say anything, and they sit us in some random section.
Yeah.
All right, so now we sit in this section, and all of a sudden this really cute redhead is taking care of us. I mean, she was like really cute, curvy, nice boobs, nice butt.
Did you ask if they were real?
I know.
BBL. Okay.
And I was like, okay, she's cute, so whatever. She's
and
like,
then?
That was the first time. Then again, we went back again. She took care of us again, and I was like, oh, okay, she's nice and cute. I like her. So then this last time we went back, I crossed paths with her a few times, and she kept saying hi and smiling and giving me this look, you know?
Yeah.
So it wasn't just like she's a server, she does her job. She was flirting a little bit. So I was like, oh, wait a second. Maybe I shouldn't rush to ask the other girl out, because maybe this one, you know.
I'm going to light you up like a Christmas tree right now.
Whatever.
All I know is that no matter who you choose, we got to find a new British spot.
I know. So I'm like in a dilemma. I'm like, which one do I ask?
Well, first of all, going back to Jeff's point, I listen to the show. Like, I listen to all the shows back a lot. Jeff's point last week is there's always the next thing. We were talking about, I think it was, I forget what we were talking about. But there's always the next thing and the next thing and the next thing and the next thing. Oh, I said, I was asking, remember, it was 2 weeks ago. I said I was not getting on dating apps, which I'm not. Mm-hmm. But, and he's like, everybody's looking for something better. And you just proved his point because, hold on. And you proved the point of FOMO because here's my thing. You had this Brazilian girl who you had great energy with, who was very sweet, who sounds like she works hard, because I don't care what you do. If you work hard, you work hard. Sounds like she was engaging with you. And the minute something else came along that doesn't sound like you had much connection, except this girl smiled at you and waited on you. Because you could tell me nothing about her. Now you're like, I don't know.
Okay, first of all, I haven't asked anybody out. So it's not like I'm trying to choose something better because I don't know which one's better. I'm just saying I like both of them. They're both attractive.
Ask the Brazilian out.
So which one am I going to ask? Which one do I want to, you know?
I'm going to
go
with
it's not like a better option.
I'm going to go with the brunette every single time.
I mean, it's hard for me to decide because I'm biased because I like a certain type of.
I know.
You like redheads?
I love redheads.
Julio, like, he was crushing on that redhead. Julio was crushing on the redhead. And he was like, go for the Brazilian. I was like, I see why.
Well, you should if your brother likes the redhead. I'm always
where are the white women at?
I'm Italian, so I always say go for the brunette. They're going to be the most feisty as they get older, and I feel like not taking away from anybody, but in general, Hispanics, Italians, Mediterranean age better naturally. Less plastic surgery you'll have to pay for. I mean, I'm going to pay for a lot, so it doesn't matter.
Well, like I said, I mean, I'm not rushing to anything. I'm sharing what I was thinking, you know, what I'm seeing, what I'm feeling. It's not like I'm making any move because I do want to get to find out more a little bit about the redhead too.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Okay, fair. How's dating going? Have you asked him in your videos with your trainer? Your videos with your trainer were so funny. She's so hot. Her butt, I'm just like, oh my God.
Oh,
like
Becky,
that,
look at her butt.
But that's how my butt gets when I gain, like I get that that happens naturally for me. I mean, I wish I could sew a mold in my butt because people would buy it. It just gets like that. But I don't, but the problem is then I gain everywhere else. And I'm like, I do gain everywhere at once though. Well, I'm 5 foot, 1/2 inch tall and I own that 1/2 inch. So.
Well, today I was at a restaurant and there was this single.
One.
This was this single lady, like, well, I don't know if she's single. She was by herself at a table, and she caught my eye.
Yeah.
And I got up and I talked to her. You know, we exchanged IGs.
God, you guys are all ballsy.
You gotta be. So I was
I'm
like,
proud of him. That's like the biggest move he's made recently.
So you got up, you talked to her.
and then she gave me her IG, and I hit her up. So we'll see.
Nice.
She responds. Yeah.
I love how people now, Scott, can you jump on mic or no?
Yeah.
Okay, so when you're like asking a girl, this is my new favorite thing, listening to people. And now, I mean, I do it just with like people in general because I'm like, this is the way of the world. Do you say like, what's your IG and not like,
What's your Insta?
What's your Insta?
Yeah, I say what's your Insta a lot. Unfortunately, you're right.
No. Because even I, like when I met Lauren and all the girls, the IBT girl, I'm like, oh, what's your Insta? And I'm like, what the fuck am I doing?
I mean, that's what you're
it's
saying now.
easier. It's easier to almost communicate. Now, if somebody says, what's your Snap, especially a dude, I would be like,
Yeah, I'm not that ballsy.
well, okay.
I don't use Snap. That's why I don't ask for it.
That's
Even
only-
at your
only
age,
for stuff
Scott,
fun.
I honestly think, like, okay, under 18, don't take me wrong. Like, I had a Snap way back, got rid of it when my ex and I were together because it was just too many gentlemen, like, doing, like, yeah. And then I did
Dick
get
pics.
one, and I lit the guy up and told him I'd sell him out on Facebook if he ever did that to me again. Oh, I did. I talked about that, and I think
Oh, yeah. I
remember
show
it. I
one.
remember it.
See, he was a friend of a friend, and I go, if you, and I knew how to put him on the Facebooks. I said, I will embarrass you because I don't, light people up on Facebook, or what do you call that, publicly?
Yeah, public shaming. I don't know.
Shame.
Jess, do you realize that Mark Zuckerberg, sorry, easy for me to say.
It's like
Changed
compartmentalized.
it from the,
Okay, we were talking about that.
Facebook to Facebook
Say
because
that-
of, was it Sean? What's his face?
Say that one more time, Jeff. I didn't
It
catch.
used to be called the Facebook, and it was changed. Did you see the movie?
I didn't watch the whole movie, but I think
That's how
I
it started, and then it blew up because they took the out of it. Yes.
Oh, makes
I'm just
sense.
messing with
Makes
you.
sense.
The
I get it.
TikToks, the Snapchat.
No, you get what he's saying.
Yeah.
So Facebook was originally called the
Facebook,
Facebook,
yeah.
and then as soon as they dropped the,
It took off.
face.
It
Yeah.
took off.
Yeah,
I'm
I
saying
get-
because I'm busting your balls because you keep calling everything the
The-
Facebook,
yeah.
the Instagram.
Oh,
That's
you're.
what I said.
Oh, because one of my friends does this. She plural, and now Nico does it too. It's so funny. I call it the Instagrams, the
Yeah,
TikToks,
the TikTok.
Yep.
the Snapchat.
I like it. I think it's
I
cute.
noticed it.
Certain words I'll pluralize, and I got it from her, so I kind of like it. I don't know.
I don't say. I remember saying things too because I like.
People make fun of me, but I'm like,
Yeah.
kind of makes
I like
me
how it
unique.
sounds.
But going back, like if a guy's like, "What's your Snap?" I'm like, "Oh
Don't
my
give
god!"
it to him.
I got off it again. I had it for Nico because just to track him a bit, because he wouldn't add me to any of his socials.
Why?
He is now. Now he's now we're buddies. But like, I get it. I'm your mom.
Because he was
And
at
all
a
his friends-
sleepover
all
in
his
the middle
friends
of
follow
some
me.
field, that's why.
All his friends follow me, so I felt like he had to eventually. But yeah, now we're on Insta. And he's kind of, I think, more away from Snap, and he's getting older. Like I think
same.
if you're older than 17 and you're on Snap, I'm like, oh,
Well, there's a
God.
new app now. It's called Trends.
Nico told me about another one that starts with R.
Yeah, what's all the new ones? There's two of them.
The real.
Trends. And,
Real.
Which is the one?
That's
the
it.
real time or something?
Real something. I'm not
Yeah.
getting on
Yeah,
that
I
shit.
know that
Threads
one.
is
Threads. That's what it's called.
yeah. Threads is the competitor for Twitter.
Yeah.
That Zuckerberg. Why do I have a hard time saying that?
Compartmentalize
Yeah.
that word.
Yeah, Zuckerberg put out to compete with Elon Musk. That's why they're
Yeah.
fighting.
Okay, so when I keep seeing in my Instagrams, somebody just posted in Threads. Why is it correlated with? It's because
Because they own it.
Zuckerberg. Yeah.
Zuckerberg owns it.
Facebook, Instagram, and Threads are all.
Thread.
Yeah.
So Threads competes with Twitter.
Yes.
I think it's.
It's
I
exactly
think.
the same thing.
I think Twitter is going to be hard.
I never
to,
opened an account on Twitter.
I think I got one for this, but I go on it maybe once a month and a half. Like I can't. It makes no sense to me here nor there.
Well, I asked for Instagram now because it's like back
It's
in the day
easier.
when back
It's
in the day we used to be like, can I get your number? You
Yeah.
can't say that now.
What's
and
your
then
MySpace?
it became, what's your Facebook, right? And then
No.
it was like, what's your
If
Snapchat?
somebody's-
Then it was like, what's your
MySpace
Instagram?
before that.
If somebody's a
I
bit
wasn't-
creepy and I'm not sure because I privatize my Instagram and then I'll open it up, privatize, open it. But if somebody's super creeper, I'll just be like, oh no, I don't have Instagram. Like, nah.
But and the thing is, so once again, it wasn't even about the lady I said hi to. It was just about the fact that I feel more confident and I'm willing
proud
to
of you.
and willing to like start.
I have to give you shit. It wouldn't be me and you if I didn't give you
Yeah, but
shit.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, of course. But I
love
wanted to
you.
share with you because
I'm proud of you.
You know, I was like, I saw her. I was like, she looked like Carrie from the King of Queens, the girl that played Carrie.
Yeah.
She looked like her, so I thought she was maybe Italian, right? And
Good-
then,
the best women.
well, that's what. So I approached her, and she turned out to be Russian.
If you're dating an Italian, good, and if you aren't, raise your standards.
And she said,
like
but she
that.
I
turned, out,
love that meme.
she turned out to be Russian.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, she was actually there eating, taking her lunch break because she was studying. She was learning English.
Excellent. So, well, okay. So, do we have a choice? So, Scott, Frankie either is going to ask out a Brazilian.
Ooh.
Brazilian he met at the waitressing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Or at the restaurants, or a redhead.
I'm jealous.
What do you think? Who should we go for? Let's just pick it for him.
Which one's taller?
The Brazilian.
The Brazilian.
Oh.
Yeah.
The Brazilian.
I mean, I would probably go Brazilian, but the redhead sounds cute too.
Well, no, she's
Do you
really
like red?
pretty.
Do you like redheads? I think they're very
yeah,
unique.
yeah. No, they're
Never
unique.
go wrong
Pretty.
with redheads.
Yeah, but Brazilian
Why?
sounds awesome.
Red-
Redheads are
why?
the best.
No, she's.
Which one's older?
Yeah,
Not
she's
that it
really
matters.
curvy.
Do you mean
The
in
Brazil-
bed or you
So the
mean?
Brazilian's in her mid
Hold
30s,
on.
and the other one looks like maybe early 30s or late 20s.
It doesn't matter. Let's not age discriminate,
we weren't
guys.
discriminating. It was just.
He just asked the question, how old?
I was just remembering, like date someone that is equally attractive to you. Well, as old
Make
as
sure that they're not uglier than you.
Exactly.
No, they're both.
They're both
I mean,
prettier
one
than
of them.
Or
One
not
of them
that
is
you're
prettier.
ugly.
Than,
That sounded
No.
bad.
one of them is prettier than the other.
Yeah.
You know.
Hold on, real quick. Jeff says go with the redhead. Jeff, why?
Yes.
Are you talking they're the best sex, or that's who you're attracted to?
Both.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Or is it Wild Childs?
It's wild. It's hot. It's
What makes them
I'd have
hot?
to be very
You got to
graphic
tell
to
me.
get into.
Okay, no, please
Yeah.
don't. I love you too much to know that much about you. I
Don't,
don't.
Jeff, go ahead.
Oh my God, no! You guys can do a little segment on redheads.
they're always either hot or not.
Yeah.
So you got to only get with the hot ones.
Does the carpet always
It's
match the
true.
drapes?
It has to.
That's
for
the,
it to
they're
be
like,
true,
real,
yeah.
like
To be a
natural
true
redhead.
redhead,
Yeah,
okay.
it can't be a true redhead, not a
I don't know.
a bottle redhead.
That I will say, and hey, I'm not being rude. I've never been attracted to male redheads.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
Yeah, me
I
neither.
haven't.
Wait.
No, there's just
Robert
something about
Redford.
him that I
Robert
don't
Redford
know.
was a redhead, wasn't he?
Kind of. He was like strawberry
Kinda
blonde.
strawberry blonde,
He
yeah.
was
Come
more,
on, that's redhead.
and I've never been a blonde.
Oh, yeah.
Never. No, I mean, I'm talking male blondes.
Yeah.
I've never. I tend to like dark hair, dark eyes, or dark hair, blue eyes, hazel eyes. I'm dark haired, hazel, amber eyes. My eyes change color. Depends on what bitch mood you put me in.
Depends what time of the month.
Which monster she's drinking.
Well, that is true. No, that my dad literally was like, "What's wrong with my daughter?" And he'd be like, "Look at me. This is dead set, and you can still." My girlfriends know to do it too. My eyes will literally change color as you're staring at them when it's a week before that time.
Jeez.
Like I promise.
Hey, your
It's-
voice changes too.
Oh, and then coming up on old lady hormones, they're all changing. Actually, I feel like that's stabling out a bit, but that was a rough ride for a minute.
Well, speaking of dating, I was going to ask you, it was a follow up from
Here we
last
go.
time. Yeah. It always leads to something else.
Oh boy.
What are you looking for? What quality are you looking for? Like, what's most important to you now in someone you're dating?
And my next partner.
Yeah,
Besides the ability to bang all over the world.
that's right.
Sex would be in my top ones. So I kind of want to make this a general discussion then, because I've talked about this with people, in like the 80s when Wheel of Fortune started giving the RST LNE for free during the bonus round.
Yeah,
'Cause
Julio wasn't born in the 80s.
Okay.
He wasn't around.
So Wheel of Fortune, it used to be in the bonus round, you just picked, letters, right? And everybody would always pick RST, LNE. It's just how the brain works or whatever.
It's like the most common
Common
letters.
letters.
Yeah.
So people that pick. And so people weren't winning. So they started that's why you always see in the bonus round RST, LNE. And so when people ask me this question, it's kind of like, not that I owe anybody any answer. I'm not talking about this, but okay, there's the RSTLNE. So integrity, honesty, loyalty. Am I muted? Loyalty and hold on.
The N is for nastiness.
No, I'm just saying. I had to look down some integrity, honesty, loyalty. Those things, they're the basic things that I think everybody wants in a man, but or their partner, right?
Besides what's given, I mean, obviously you.
Yeah, but I
that,
mean, that's the basic answer. That would not be what I would. That of course I want those things. So
Correct.
that's my RSTLNE Wheel of Fortune. Give me.
That's what you're saying, yeah.
Would you like to buy a vowel?
and I can buy a vowel. That would be, I get double sex in my regular answer and that answer.
Also double D.
Oh, there you go.
Okay. So I would say, I really look at how someone treats other people. I really look at that. Their compassion, empathy they show other people. I actually look at their own boundaries they set for themselves, and I'll tell you why. Because if they're not setting boundaries for themselves, there's some, I really like to see if the relationship with family. I think it matters. I'm not saying I have a great one, but if they do have family, the family I'm super close to, I mean, I treat very well. Obviously, chemistry and sex. I mean, that matters. And someone that, is kind and I think for me makes me feel calm and safe. And someone, I feel like this is a dumping long list, but, and I'm not, anyway, I'm going to say what I want. I struggle to communicate anything that's happened to me in the past that's bad or hard that I'm ashamed of. Does that make sense? And because when I've shared before, it's been turned around and held against me like, oh, you did this or you did that. And going back to what we talked about last week, and we kind of made light of it, right? We were talking about how, I was a hot mess and I love that part of me. And I was actually referring to when I got divorced in my 30s. There's always going to be that part of me that was dirty and wild in those dirty ways, but I like that girl. She's not who I am now. But those hard things are a part of who I am, and I wouldn't be who I am and I like who I am to other people and to myself if I hadn't done and went through and been those people. And I mean, also it was really fun. And so I think, and just really, I hate the word step into your feminine energy because I think it's overused, but I go back again, like to my relationships, and it's not an insult, so I don't want it to be taken like that, but I've never felt like the woman in my life. I've always felt like the man in my life. I've never been able to really be a girl. And,
Is that why you pee standing up?
That's not me, but one of our girlfriends we mutually know, and if she's listening, she'll laugh. I won't say her name. One of her arts is peeing standing up, and everywhere we used to go vacation, everywhere she's like, "Watch me, I can pee standing up." When she was drunk, you know who I'm talking about.
So speaking about
yes, you do.
I'm just trying to lighten the mood.
I love it. Anyway,
so Jessica, speaking of obviously who we were in the past and the things that we've gone through,
Julio, he might have to go.
I have a
Yeah.
So our previous relationships, obviously, and experiences even before that, or that we go through, makes us who we are.
Yeah. Keep talking.
The word that I'm looking for is baggage. How much baggage are you willing to put up with, or is that something that most of us, some of us have it, but does it have to be necessarily a negative term?
Well, Jeff, how much baggage would you put up with? 0.
Not put up with it until it's not fun anymore.
What's baggage, though?
Having to deal with a bunch of arguments over nothing.
Yeah. So I think I watched this thing. So Alex Cooper, who does Call Her Daddy, do you watch that? She's the highest paid podcaster after Joe Rogan and the highest paid podcasting female in the world. 20 million was 20 million with Spotify a year.
Know who she is. Never seen it.
Yeah, so I listen to her and watch her because she used to have a girl she did it with, and then they branched off because they disagreed on where they were going in terms of the platform. Yeah. And I really relate to her because she's raunchy. She's like me, you know, like just a 20-year difference. But she's engaged to this amazing man, and for the first time has a healthy relationship. He's a actor or a producer, I'm sorry. And his mom's like a therapist, and she's on there talking about, we have the best sex and he eats me out, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh my God, what cool parents. But she's no holds barred, kind of like me. I'm more holds barred than her. But I watched her, and I watched her this week, and it triggered me to tears. Like, it was so sad because I was just like, they're talking about how healthy relationships are harder than their toxic ones. And this was actually an interesting point. And then I got like, oh my God, I've been in so much toxicity and chaos in the past. Like, can I ever do that? And not to darken the mood. I mean, I tried to make it funny. I had to laugh after I cried and go, oh my God, you're such a little bitch, Jessica. But what they said was very interesting to me. They're like, even though we have these healthy relationships now, and they went through a whole dissertation of why they're healthy, and it made sense, right? Yeah. But what they said was, it was so easy to be in toxic relationships because it was what you were used to. It was from, you know, whether it was from your childhood was chaos, and then you carried that over into the partners you picked. It was so easy to stay in that because you knew what to respond. I can respond to chaos. I can respond to drama. I know how to trauma responses. I'm good at those. I'm an expert in those. So if somebody's being like mean, I'm like, okay, this is how I calm them down. Whatever that is, right? But it also made me never change to have healthier self-awareness or say, oh, I won't just leave if we're fighting. I'll actually stay and communicate with you because you love me. And like, so, I mean, it freaks me out a bit. Like, I'm like, I feel so leveled up and I've done all this work and I'm like, am I going to super suck? Should I just stay single forever? Am I going to, like, I want a really kick-ass relationship, but I don't want to fucking suck for somebody. And then, of course, I talk to myself. I'm like, of course I'm not, because I'm in a different stage of life and I'm Jessica and I absolutely can handle it.
So, I mean, what does baggage necessarily mean to you? To me, you know what it means? It means when you have unresolved issues. That's baggage to me. When you come into a relationship that you have to have certain problems that you should have resolved on your own. But this is the thing. I
disagree with this.
So that's my personal opinion. So as an individual, you should always work on yourself. Yeah. Right? So, sure. You know, childhood traumas, whatever issues you've gone through, there's a time in your lifetime where you need to face them on your own.
And some people should go to sex class. Yep.
I mean, whatever it is.
You're supposed to laugh. That was funny. Don't you agree, Jeff?
Yeah, I date almost exclusively girls with baggage.
They tend to be the better lovers.
At this point, he's like, your airline.
That actually, there's a lot of TikToks
Daddy
about that, too.
issues, number one priority.
I love it. At least you're honest, dude. Hey, you know what you want. But go ahead, Frankie. I'm sorry. I just have to keep it a little light.
Of course. I mean, I'm not trying to make it serious.
No, I'm with you on this. I'm going to tell you my counter. I'm going to play my devil's counterpoint. Advocate. No, not devil's advocate, because I don't think you're wrong. Yeah. But go ahead. Finish.
So, you know, in order to make a relationship healthy, you have to be healthy yourself. And you have to resolve your own issues to be able to be in a, healthy relationship. And then even once you're in a relationship, you still got to keep working on yourself individually and the other person too. Because once one person stops working on themselves, then it could cause a division and a relationship to end.
And while Scott, am I on? Yeah. Am I on?
That's on here.
Shut the fuck up.
Oh, was I boring you?
Hey, I listen to everybody else's podcast when I'm not interested in things, so
we're messing with you.
Fine.
You gotta laugh.
Fine.
Just like you gotta laugh.
I don't want to bring it down and be boring.
You gotta laugh, Jessica.
I don't want it to be boring. I'm gonna I agree with everything you're saying, but I think everybody, if you've lived any kind of life, or besides, I heard you. I can hear you. Yeah, don't even get me going. Now I forgot what I was saying.
Keep going.
I'm going. I think you got to find someone that can handle you, right? I think the key is everybody comes with baggage and shit, even guys, because, and I can call out my own guy friends who come with baggage and shit. But at the end of the day, you got to find somebody that can handle you and is willing to talk about those triggers and traumas and all your shit with you. And that's why I was saying, feel safe to communicate. Look, if somebody is a jealous person, they're probably always going to get a little bit triggered by jealousy. But if someone in that moment can look at them and go, okay, chill, time, what's going on? And find someone that can handle you and be able to communicate that. Because we all come with shit. And the older you get, the more shit you come with.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying you never come with baggage.
And we all
issues.
got to work on each other. And you could absolutely tell.
But some of us are carry-ons or book bags. Other ones are like,
yeah, right.
like a 12-piece luggage.
Fair enough. I mean, you got to find the shit you want. Look, you know your boundaries. You know your crap. I mean, look, baggage. For some people, baggage is kids. I don't want anybody with kids. I mean, fair enough. But yeah, that's what I think. I think you got to find. I think you got to find someone that can handle you. I mean,
fair enough. Yeah, of course.
I think it's fair enough. So anyway, what else did you have on deck for me today? I'm trying to remember.
Let me see. Julio, you remember what we discussed?
What? Tell me. It better be dirty. I'm not allowed, God forbid, I give people something that they can think about and not be.
I'm thinking of everything that we're not supposed to talk about.
Yeah, so. And then another, you know what? We saw that the TikToks of that lady. I think she got a little beat up on that one where she was like the pretty therapist lady.
Oh, the one where she was talking about.
She was like, if you go look for a girl with chaos, what did she say? And I was
she
like,
said that it was a girl. If it was like, she was giving advice, I guess, to men, that if you love somebody and give them all the love, but then their childhood they weren't loved, all they're gonna do is cause you heartbreak. Because
so people are like, wait, so what you're saying? I read all the comments.
Yeah, the comments are always the funniest.
They were so funny because they were like, they were like, so you're saying anybody with childhood trauma should never be loved?
I know, yeah,
and they were cut
yeah.
I kind of took it like that too. I was like, damn, bitch.
Yeah, so they're not lovable. They are incapable to be loved.
Yeah, so.
That's a good first date topic. It's like, how badly were you fucked up?
Yeah, like,
Jeff, that would be actually funny.
What's that?
If everybody sat down on their first date and was like, so how badly were you fucked up as a child? Let's just start there and go down. Yeah.
Oh God, I feel like that's how I start every date.
Do you? Do you really? Though?
Somehow it comes to that, and I hear their whole life story of why they're messed up.
Do you hear my whole life story of why I'm messed up?
I think I draw it out. I don't know.
No, I don't. Okay, this is the funniest thing, Jeff. For a while there, because I was like have things, and Jeff's a sounding board for me. So it starts out, he gets into a business discussion. Then 5 minutes in, I'm like, so this is how my life fell apart this week, and this is what happened, and oh my God. And then 2 hours later, so sorry I talked your ear off, Jeff, but I'll talk to you tomorrow. I'm sure he's on the other end of the phone, like.
20, how many years of this, Jeff? 25 years of this?
About, yeah. On and off, yeah.
Jeff's like muted,
Definitely.
like sleeping, and then he's just like, "Oh my God, it sounds like she ended."
Walking around cleaning my room, working on stuff. Got it on speakerphone so I can hear. Have it on mute so she can't hear the vacuum cleaner running.
Yeah, but the flip side of that is when I would get drunk and I'm a party starter. I remember Amanda, sorry, didn't mean to say her name, but on the boat would be like, get up on the cooler, Jess, you're the party starter. So I always would. I love party starting. So anyway, but so it was a good week. We're gonna have a great weekend. We have a lot of partying coming up.
Heck yeah, summertime.
We have a lot this week coming up. And we have TCB fights, guys. Remember on Saturday, TCBtickets.com. Get your tickets. Hit me up for a table. And I will be blasting out on socials. You'll be partying. And I might even have a drink that night. I feel like I need to have
I
one.
haven't drank in 3. When was the last event we had here? That's the last time I drank.
Cagezilla.
Cage
June
Zilla.
15th.
Yep. So it'll be a month almost that I haven't
Oh, wow.
drank.
Wow. I might have one.
June 17th, maybe.
Yes, yeah, it
Something
was
like
almost
that.
a month.
Almost a month.
Yeah.
So, but I will be blasting out for socials. I'll be doing everything VIP, but waitressing and a ring girl. You don't want to see my old ass. These girls are hot. And there will be a bikini contest by International Bikini Team right after, as well as the after party. And we will be back here at 9 p.m. next Wednesday. And we appreciate everyone listening. Thank you guys for the DMs. Thanks to my bartenders at Flash DC for the very nice compliments about the show. Take care, guys. Later.
See you next week.